The Capital One Venture X bursted onto the scene in 2021 and is still widely raved about in the credit card space. Though, recently, I've seen some of my fellow credit card YouTubers speak of the card less favorably. Having absorbed all these solid opinions and information, I want to challenge myself with the question of what is the true value of the Capital One Venture X? Is it, as they really say, a card that basically pays you to keep the card and enjoy its many awesome benefits? Or is it a card in which you pay a sizable annual fee and to make up that fee is not very easy or even possible? Hopefully, by addressing these questions, I can give all of you a sense of whether the Venture X is right for you. The argument for how the Venture X pays you to keep the card goes as follows. For a $395 annual fee, you will receive a $300 travel credit that is triggered when you book flights, hotels, or car rentals via the Capital One travel portal. You can utilize this credit on just one or multiple bookings. Thus, if you fully utilize the $300 credit, your effective annual fee on the card is $95. Then, we also have the 10,000 Capital One miles that you will receive upon renewing the card each year. There are many ways in which you can redeem these miles, which I'll go over later on, but for now, I'll just mention the redemption option through the Capital One travel portal, which is valued at 1 cent per point, so $100 off whatever you book. This leaves us with an effective annual fee of -$5, so essentially, you're being paid $5 to enjoy the multiple benefits that come on the card, which include airport lounge access, strong multipliers on purchases on the Capital One travel portal, a solid 2x multiplier on non-category spend, as well as cell phone protection, and many more. So, with that, is the true value of the Venture X simply S tier and we're done? Well, not quite. It depends on whether or not you travel, and if so, how you travel. Let's say you're somebody whose travel just consists of driving your own car and staying at Airbnbs or Verbos. In which case, using the $300 travel credit may not be aligned with your organic spending, and thus it's unreasonable to say that your effective annual fee is being brought down from $395 to $95. As for the 10,000 anniversary miles, the most organic way probably to redeem them would be for statement credits, which is at a paltry 0.5 cents per point, or $50. So for such folks, the effective annual fee on the card is more like $345. And furthermore, what you're getting for that sizable payment probably isn't of much value to you anyway. Like, you're probably not going to an airport lounge or utilizing the global entry TSA PreCheck benefit to fast track through airport security. Remember, your spending and lifestyle habits should, for the most part, not be informed by the credit cards that you get. It's more the other way around, where the credit cards that you get help you get maximum value for your spending and lifestyle habits. Thus, if you're not traveling or traveling in ways that allow you to optimally use the credits and benefits on the Venture X, then the true value of the card is honestly pretty poor. Now, let's say you're somebody who will travel by air or stay at hotels or rent cars, but you're more likely to do so as economically as possible. So, just looking for the cheapest ways in order to fly or stay somewhere. Well then, the -$5 effective annual fee will be more than attainable if you manage to spend $400 or more on the Capital One travel portal. Though I will mention that you may find that the same booking through the travel portal is priced differently compared to if you did a direct booking. So always make sure to make that price comparison when you're looking to do a booking. There are even opportunities to get more than $100 in value from your 10,000 anniversary miles by transferring your miles to one of Capital One's transfer partners and using those partner points and miles in order to redeem something. For example, arguably my favorite transfer partner for booking economy domestic flights on United Airlines is Turkish Airlines. This particular United flight from Denver to Washington, D.C. goes for $130, but you can also transfer 7,500 Capital One miles to Turkish Airlines and redeem the same flight for 7,500 Turkish airline miles and $5.60 in taxes and fees. This yields about a 1.65 cent per point value. Very solid and well more than 1 cent per point. Finally, the other travel-related benefits on the Venture X, such as lounge access, can now be assigned some value. For instance, you would have bought a $5 coffee at the airport if you didn't have the card, but since you do have the card, you can get free coffee at the airport lounge. It's not always easy to assign monetary value to benefits that aren't credits, So thus I typically don't do so when thinking about my effective annual fee on a credit card. Whatever it is, if you're this aforementioned type of traveler, then the true value of the Venture X is honestly really good, at least A tier. Now, what if instead you're somebody who wants to use your credit card benefits, points, and miles to experience things like international business class and swanky luxury hotels? Then the 10,000 anniversary miles plus whatever miles you earn from your spend multipliers can allow you to experience those things at a fraction of the dollar cost while also unlocking higher cent per point value for your miles. I will say that unless you put a lot of spend on the card, then it may take some time in order for you to rack up the necessary amount of miles in order to make your dream redemption. This is of course disregarding the sign-up bonus, which currently is for 75,000 Capital One miles for spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. I would say that a sign-up bonus makes virtually any credit card worth it in the first year. Anyway, let's get to an example where we fly from Singapore to Newark Airport in New Jersey on Singapore Airlines in business class. This flight goes for a hefty $3,938 on a particular day, but instead, you can transfer 87,500 Capital One miles to Air Canada, and with an additional 159 Canadian dollars or around 118 US dollars, you can redeem the exact same itinerary. This comes up to around 4.36 cents per point, which is awesome value. However, going back to my original point, 87,500 Capital One miles may take some time to rack up if you're just relying on the 10,000 anniversary miles and spend multipliers. Having said that, the true value of the Venture X if you're somebody looking to elevate your travel experiences in terms of luxury is incredible. Personally, while I have many other travel credit cards, I'm not struggling to organically use the credit and miles on the Venture X, and thus it's a major keeper card for me. It's probably why I find myself so often talking about the Venture X outside of just this dedicated video. I have a couple other videos here in which I actually go through some of the drawbacks of the card. Please consider subscribing and liking the video if you found value, and peace.